meeting you after a long time. I hope all of you are doing really well. So before we begin, jump to portions, you would have seen a lot of sessions to short videos. In continuation, we'll be having classes and topics will be discussed in depth. So in today's session, what we are going to do, we'll be getting to know after a small quote of a famous personality, and you're going to know something about Karnataka as well. We'll first get to know few things, then we'll start the class. Fine. ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಇವರು ತುಂಬಾ ಪರಿಚಯ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಐ ಹೋಪ್ all of you would be knowing this personality, a famous personality from India, Ratan Tata. He expired recently. So a famous quote of him: all of us do not have equal talent, yet all of us have an equal opportunity to develop our talents. ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಂದೇ ಸಮವಾದ ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಅವಕಾಶವಾದದ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಿಕ್ಕೇ ಸಿಗತ್ತಲ್ವಾ. We can definitely make use of it to improvise our talent or to make it grow. Not all the times we have been given, not all of us have same talents. ಇವಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರೆಯೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಪೋಯಮ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರಿತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಗೆ ಆ ಥರ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. he or she may be having a good memory power, may be good at chess or playing cricket. I may not be good at it. It's not an issue. But am I using the opportunity that I'm getting on my way? That makes the factor to determine whether I'm going to make an impact or am I going to grow or not, only with the opportunity that I'm going to make use of it. Yes, so if at all we are given an opportunity to develop our talent, we need to definitely make use of it. So with that, our wisdom grows and we will definitely excel in near future. So ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದಿಲ್ಲ, don't keep repenting for the things that you don't have. Stay blessed or have this gratitude that you're having a lot of things which others don't have. Also make use of the opportunity that comes your way. Fine. With that good note, also we'll look into information. I don't know how many of you we are from Karnataka, but a few important things that we feel proud of. Are we knowing it? We'll check. Okay. So when was this state formed? It was formed in 1956 and it is a state in southwestern region of India. So it was originally known as State of Mysore. When it was formulated, it was originally known as State of Mysore. The letter I is missing over here. It was originally known as State of Mysore, but it was later renamed as Karnataka. So we have few things specifically for our state. State tree, sandalwood. State emblem, Gandabherunda. So we know our Indian national flag, national bird, national fruit, national vegetable and all. But for our state, we have few things unique. So as we have national fruit, flower, bird, same way for our state, we have state emblem as Gandabherunda, state tree as sandalwood, then state bird as state roller. I don't know how many of you would be knowing this bird. State flower, it is lotus. State animal, it is Asian elephant. Also, the Karnataka Khadi Gramodyog Samyukta Sangha, which is located in Hubli. It is the only unit in the entire country which is authorized to manufacture and supply the national flag of Republic of India. It is the only place wherein the flag is getting manufactured. And the unit was found on 1st November 1957 at Garag village, which is near Dharwad city in Dharwad district. So ever since After that, it is the only sole manufacturer of Indian flags. The only sole manufacturer of Indian flags, and it has been approved by government of the country. What is the place known as? It is known as the Karnataka Khadi Gramodyog Samyukta Sangha. It's located in Hubli. So we should be knowing it, right? An important fact that too about state of Karnataka, we should feel proud of it. So with that good note, we shall begin today's session. We had started with various parts of speech. Yeah. Today's session is going to be about another part of speech, which is verb. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಿಯಾಪದನ ನಾವು verb ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ನಾನು ಆಟ ಆಡ್ಬೋದು, ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಓದ್ಬೋದು, reading, talking, playing, writing. All these words indicate actions, but not all words necessarily indicate action. It may indicate a state of a being as well. Word that indicates action or state of a being is to be called as verb. So either it indicates directly an action or state of a being. It can include emotions, sense, mental stability. All these things are included in state of a being. So how do I identify whether it is an action or state of a being, and what are the things I need to keep in mind in order to identify it is state of a being? We'll be getting to know in depth now. Okay, let me share the screen. Through activities, we would be understanding it much clearer. One moment, let me share the screen. Sorry. An action verb is used to represent the action done by the subject in a sentence. So what do we call as a subject in a sentence? Is it the subject that we study English, maths, science? Is it the subject that I'm speaking about? No, it is the doer of action who is actually performing the action in the given sentence. Who is performing the action is called as subject. So an action verb is to represent the action done by the subject. The doer of the action is called as subject. Okay, so it represents the action done by this person in the given sentence. So in this picture, if at all you notice, we can see a girl merrily dancing. What is the action performed by her? Dance. She is dancing. Radha is dancing. So Radha is subject. Who is performing the action is the subject. Action done by the subject in a sentence is to be called as a verb. So action done by the subject. Here the subject is the girl. She is dancing. She is the subject. Here a pronoun is used. If at all a noun is used, Radha, Sheila, Shilpa, any other name, subject is to be the noun. Correct? So in simple terms, action performed by the subject in the sentence. Action verbs, it cannot be used as linking verbs. So what is this linking verbs now? What do we understand by it? So linking verbs, it links subject to a subject complement that identifies or describes the subject. Let me write the example on the board and I can explain you much better with this. Her name is Geeta. ಹರ್ ನೇಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೀತಾ. ಅವಳ ಹೆಸರು ಗೀತಾ. ಈ ತರ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಳ ಹೆಸರು ಇಷ್ಟೇ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಪೂರ್ತಿಯಾಗಿರೋ ಅರ್ಥ ಸಿಗತ್ತಾ? ಖಂಡಿತ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಏನ್ ಹೆಸರು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕೇಳಕ್ ಆಸೆ ಪಡ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ? ದ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಐ ಟೆಲ್ these many words alone. If at all the sentence is like her name is, does it give a complete meaning? No. The name has to be mentioned for it to be a complete sentence. So her name is, what is this? Her name is name to be mentioned. So here the subject, her subject complement is Geeta. Why it is subject complement? I'll tell you. In sentence pattern, we have something called as complement. In your smaller classes, you would have definitely have learnt about it. So let me tell it to you once again. Complement, it tells more about the subject. In this sentence, it is a subject complement wherein it is telling more about the subject, that is about the doer or about whom we are talking. If it complements the subject, it is subject complement. So what is this word doing in between? This word in between is acting as a linking verb. It is acting as a linking verb when it is joining the subject and the subject complement. It is joining the subject and subject complement. So action verbs, it cannot be used as linking verbs. Does it indicate any action? It cannot be used as linking verbs. So action verbs can alone be like sing, dance, write. These words cannot act as a, it cannot act as an action word. This is the meaning that I had shared it on the screen. For you to understand it much better, I wrote this example on the board and told what is the subject, subject complement, and what is this word is doing over here. What is its function? This word is linking verb. So this linking verb, it cannot act as an action word. Why? Because it is linking subject and subject complement and it doesn't indicate any action. Am I clear to all of you? Or you need explanation once again? If at all you haven't understood, you need to raise either your hands or unmute and tell me. Then only I'll be able to understand. So a linking verb links the subject to the subject complement that identifies or describes the subject. The stew tasted good. How does the stew tasted? The stew tasted good. His name is James. ಅವನ ಹೆಸರು James. ಆ ಪಲ್ಯ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. It tasted good. ಆ ಪಲ್ಯ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು? ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. They have only one function. Which one? The action verb have only one function and that is to denote action in a sentence. It has only this function to indicate action. That is it. It doesn't indicate state or it doesn't act as a linking verb. It's not having any of these functions. This to indicate only the action. Here you can see run, break, ಹೊಡೆದಾಕೋದು, ಹೋಗೋದು ಮುಂದ್ಗಡೆ, ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, win, show, pay, sit. So all these indicates action. So the function of action verbs is to just only indicate action in the sentence. Okay. So looking at the picture, let me know what is the action being performed. A very simple, but we'll see how interactive you are. Okay. So I'm showing this activity to say that action verb indicates only action in a given sentence, nothing more than that. What is this word? What is the person doing? Subject doing. Action performed over here is, can someone say quickly? A simple word. Run. Simple. Run is the action word over here. The person catching or throwing something? We'll check. Yes, the word is catch. C-A-T-C-H. Catch. Catch the ball. Catch is the action verb. Action word. What are they doing? They are merrily dancing. D-A-N-C-E. Perfect. Correct? If at all you know the answer, you can let me know in the chat box. A brisk walk in the morning. Correct. Walk. Lady is walking. Correct. Thank you so much for answering. What is this kid doing over here? He's happily, he jumps, right? We'll see one last word. Then we'll move on to the stative verb. Okay. So now you would have understood the action being performed by the person, that is the subject in a sentence, is the action verb. Sing. S-I-N-G. Sing. Perfect. Now you have understood that action verb, it indicates the action of the performed by the subject in the sentence. Then what is the state of state verb? You told that it either indicates action or state of a being. What is the state of a being? Let us understand it. One moment. So stative verbs, it describe a state or condition rather than an action. It indicates state or condition. ಯಾವ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಅದು ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. It also includes emotions or situations. The express state of being, emotions or situations. Examples: be form of verbs like am, is, are, she is a girl. If at all you look at the sentence, she is a girl, he is a singer. Here is a state verb. It tells what is the state of being. He a singer. Can I say the sentence like that? He a boy, she a girl. No, we can't. It isn't grammatically correct. In between, we need this state verb so that it is a complete sentence and a grammatically correct sentence. So be form of verbs like am, is, are. They're also stative verbs, and verbs such as words such as know, believe, love, that which indicates state of a being. So stative verbs are not used in continuous tenses. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ ಯಾವ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. It will not be in continuous form. It doesn't mean it means that, I'm sorry, we are not going to add ing along with the verb. They do not appear in form like I am loving this book. I am in love with this book, you can say. I am loving this book. So this word love, it is a stative verb. Along with this stative verb, you cannot include ing to it. That means to tell us that it cannot be in continuous form or progressive form. Continuous or progressive, it means the same. ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಒಂದೇನೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ವರ್ಬ್ ಜೊತೆ ನಾವು ing ಸೇರಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು. Knowing. She is knowing the language very well. We don't say like that. She knows English really well. She knows the language well. She knows the language well. That is, it is to be in simple present, but it cannot be in continuous form. Okay? Instead, they are used in simple tenses. That's what I told now. It cannot be in continuous form. It is to be only in simple tenses. To explain it much better, the right sentence formation is he knows the answer. ಅವನಿಗೆ answer ಉತ್ತರ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. He is knowing the answer. We can't say like that. He is knowing the answer. This is incorrect sentence. The right sentence is he knows the answer. You may be having a doubt. Why is it like state verbs? This sentence formation is right, another is wrong. He knows the answer. The rule of a stative verbs case says that it cannot be in progressive form. It is to be only in simple form, simple tense. He knows the answer. He knows the way. Whatever it may be the sentence. He is knowing the answer. This sentence isn't correct. He isn't knowing the answer. We don't write like this. This is grammatically incorrect. Grammatically incorrect because this word know, it is a state verb, and state verb, it can alone be in simple tense. It can be only in simple tense, not in continuous form. Knowing, loving, hating. What am I doing? I'm adding ing to this stative verb. So ing indicates that it is in continuous form and it isn't possible in state verbs. State verbs ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಆ ಥರ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಬರೆಯೋದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ along with the verb you either add s, es or ies. That is it. depending upon the verb given in the sentence. We don't add ing to the state verb. State verb. If you do like that, it is grammatically incorrect. You may think, if at all I say like this also, I tend to get the meaning of the sentence. You may get the meaning of the sentence, but it is grammatically incorrect. Okay? It is to be only in simple tense, not in continuous form. Continuous form ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. He is playing with his friends. ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ಸರಿ. He is playing with his friends ಅನ್ನೋದು ಯಾಕೆ ಸರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು? ಆಟ ಆಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಪ್ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ವರ್ಬ್. ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ವರ್ಬ್ನ ನಾವು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. We can write the action verbs in continuous form. Here the sentence, here in this sentence, the verb used over here is state verb. That cannot be in continuous form. That's what I was telling over here. Okay? He is playing with his friends. She is singing happily. These sentences are correct. You're able to understand? So using continuous forms with the stative verbs can make the sentence sound awkward or ungrammatical. So it may be in either you can tell it as grammatically incorrect or ungrammatical. Okay? So I hope you have got the understood the difference between the action and the stative verb. One of them in chat box, they have asked me, can you please tell ma'am about the difference between the linking verb and the stative verb? In the beginning, you had told something about linking verb. Now, you have told about state verb. Can we know the difference? Definitely. You should be knowing. Action verb, anyways, you're knowing. Playing, singing, acting, drawing. It indicates action, for which you'll not be having any doubts. It acts as a bridge between subject and subject complement. Which one? Linking verb. Example, Tina is smart. Tina ಹೇಗಿದ್ದಾಳೆ? ತುಂಬಾ smart ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. Tina is smart. So it links subject and subject complement. This is subject. This is subject complement. I'm writing it as subject complement. SC indicates subject complement. Okay. Whereas stative verb, it indicates state of a subject and it does not describe any action. Indicates state of a subject. This dish tastes delicious. This dish tastes delicious. So this is the difference between linking verb and stative verb. So in today's class, we started with meaning of verb, difference between action verb and state verb. In between, we also got to know about linking verb. And towards the end, we understood the difference between linking verb and stative verb as well. So that is it for the day. I hope you have understood this concept well. If at all having any doubt, please make a note of it. We'll continue in the next session. Thank you so much, friends. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Vidyashri.